everyone. Hello, hello. Winning Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. I hope you have gotten some wins, some big wins, small wins. If you are joining me live, I'm excited to have you. I definitely want us to have this conversation. I think it's one we can have multiple times. If you are a trainer, if you do webinars, I'm hoping I want to get you in the room. If you're watching a replay, definitely put replay. What I'm talking about is that we need to create and deliver webinar courses that you are passionate about, or else why do them? Why spend time? And when I mean time, creating a webinar, I think a lot of people think that, putting a PowerPoint together takes a few minutes, is real quick and easy, but it can take hours. The research says it's the ratio from 3 to 1. For every hour that you do your webinar, you are putting 3 hours into creating the content, the visual and the written content. And so when you are attending a webinar and you only get the handouts, or maybe you don't get anything at all, and you're like, I want this PowerPoint that the presenter is showing me, and the presenter doesn't share it, it's because they have spent hours putting together that content. And that content, that written content, the visual content is the story. And webinars, courses come with a story. So I'm going to pause right there to tell you a little bit something, to go back in history, a little bit of my history about presenting webinars. I was presenting webinars for a Fortune 500 company, and it was owned by a woman, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. She's getting contracts and able to provide these webinars to all these different EAPs within around the country, and there was a lot that were being done in federal and government contracts. So I was like, oh, this is really, I'm going to get in the room with the government and the federal employees. Woo, woo. So doing these webinars was amazing. And one of the things that was came with this is the PowerPoint was already completed. It's already done. I just had to show up and do the webinar or do the training. Well, guess what? It's more than just that. But the thing that I wasn't passionate about is because it wasn't my product. It wasn't my passion topic. It wasn't play therapy. It wasn't attachment, adoption, sand tray, all the things that I'm just like, I love to talk about this. It was stuff that was just not my passion. And it showed. I came up, I showed, and I left. I didn't give a little bit of my extra, to the webinar. I just came and presented. So I'm share that to say is where I want to go back to is when you're doing and thinking about creating and delivering a webinar, you want to think about what's my story? What do I want? What message do I want the participant to leave with? What do I want them to gain? What's the learning that I want them to get from this? And we know that doing a webinar can be tiring as a trainer, but also it can be tiring as our participants. So you want to make it engaging. You want the presenter, your participants to feel just as passionate about your topic as you do. So as I leave you, I'm going to come back on again. I want to leave you with a little sneak peek into what I want to share again when I come back and do another live. Is I want to talk about are you winging it? Are you winging it when it comes to financially creating a business for yourself and doing webinar courses? Are you just doing one-offs and and maybe I'll make a little bit money here or there? Or are you like strategically planned out 2021 in what you want to make? You put your number down. I know I have my number. And I'm planning to exceed my financial number when it comes to what I want to make in webinar courses this year. So you want to be strategic, and I'm going to be back on to talk next time about being really not just winging in creating webinars and delivering webinars. Have a plan. Have your financial plan in place, which you want to make as a passive income. So as I always say, a passive income is an income that takes action to make it passive. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.